Hello everybody, my name's Star Raptor and this is my trailer breakdown of the Star Wars Rebels Season 3 trailer. So I'm going to be going frame by frame of everything that I thought was cool in this trailer, speculating a little bit, and this trailer in general was really phenomenal. I've watched it so many times already now, but let's jump into it. So the first shot we see here is of Canon, who, as we know, was blinded by Maul in the Season 2 finale. So what's significant here is his mask is what I like to call is like a Mirror Luca mask from the Old Republic, which is Legends, of course. I'm not sure if Mirror Luca species are canon yet, but they do they're all blinded and they walk around basically because they're force sensitive. So I thought that's really cool. I like his redesign with his full-fledged beard now and his new shirt. That's really cool. All the characters have had redesigns in Season 3, so we're going to check them all out here. Now, next up, we have a character from the original trilogy. The guy all the way on the left is actually Wedge Antilles, and they describe a little bit about his character, which is really cool. So basically, he's defecting from the Empire along with a couple other, I guess they're cadets, you would call them. What I find interesting here is in Aftermath, the book by Chuck Wendig, there's a part where Wedge explains that he was recruited to the Rebels by a person named Fulcrum, who, as we know, is Ahsoka. So does that mean Ahsoka's kind of alive still, maybe? Well, we'll have to watch Season 3 to find out. Next up, we have a Y-Wing here, and this is not the Y-Wing from Clone Wars. This is the Y-Wing that we see in A New Hope. So I really like how Season 2 introduced us to a lot of the original trilogy ships, such as the B-Wing and the A-Wing. So now here we're going to get a mission where we're going to get the Y-Wings into the Armada, which is pretty cool. Next up, we got some familiar droids, namely the B-1 Battle Droids from the prequels. I'm a big fan of when they throw stuff in the new Canon novels and in the comics. And now Rebels, with some prequel stuff, because I myself love the prequels. I love the designs of the B-1 Battle Droids, so yes, very cool. Next up, we have, if you haven't noticed, the little insignia on these Mandalorians is indicative of the Empire, and that's pretty cool, because Mandalorians we've seen in Season 2, they were kind of sort of working for the Empire. They had their own kind of space, but they weren't full-fledged Imperials. So we know that the Empire's recruited these guys, and a cool jetpack shot there. Now this is a Mandalorian that's talking to Sabine Ren, you see on the right there, and he's basically saying to her that he's happy that she has returned to her old ways. So we did have quite a bit, I wouldn't say quite a bit, we had a little bit of Mandalorians last season, but judging from this trailer, it's going to be a huge thing in Season 3. Next shot, we see this awesome shot, I know it's a little blurry, of Sabine with a jetpack. So yes, people, we finally got a Mandalorian main character with a jetpack, and this pretty cool. Now, I am very excited to see this ship make its return, and I'm a huge fan of Shadows of the Empire. I actually recently just read the book, which is now Legends. So that was in Legends, Dash Rendar's ship, who was in between Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, and it was based off a video game. There was comics, and there was a novel, and this ship is basically a YT-2400 model, so it's very similar to the Millennium Falcon, as you could tell. With the cockpit on the outside of the ship. It's a freighter, a smuggler kind of ship, and we do see Sabine Ren flying this thing. So we'll see what the story is behind that, because also in the special editions of A New Hope, you actually see that they put this ship in there by Mos Eisley when they first go into Mos Eisley. Wonder if it's the same ship. I wonder if it has any history. I can't wait. I love when they put Legends ships similar to what they did with the Knights of the Old Republic Hammerhead ships back in Season 2. I love when they put stuff like that back in. Now, these are new droids, and these are Imperial droids. Super robust, super threatening, dangerous. I can't wait to see what these guys are capable of. They look like super battle droids, but way more powerful to me. here we have, which a lot of people do not like, but we have, as far as Morgan's concerned, we have Hondo and we have an Morgan here. So a lot of people don't like Morgan. I actually enjoy the character. He's great comic relief. He's always in and out of the show, kind of like being foiled by the rebels at every turn. And Hondo, guy from Clone Wars, I love his humor. I can't wait to see what these guys are doing. And here we have Grand Moff Tarkin, who we actually didn't see any of in Rebels Season 2. So I cannot wait to see how much of a big villain he's going to be in this season, because he had a big part in Season 1. Here we have Cham Syndulla, father of Hera, and we've seen him in Season 2 liberating Ryloth, so we'll see and we'll catch up with what he's been up to. And here's another shot of the Outrider, or the YT-2400 model freighter. And what's interesting here is the Ghost is actually like piggybacking. I guess maybe it's doing this because the Outrider's hyperspace lightspeed generator has been damaged or something. It can't make the jump to lightspeed. You see, Star Destroyer looming in the background, so they got to get out of there fast. And what's significant about this shot is we see TIE interceptors. And like I was saying before, we had the Y-Wings. So this is really seeming like we're catching up to the original trilogy now. We're making a slow transition, but in Season 3, it appears like everything is almost caught up at this point. And this is basically the most important thing of this trailer, and one of the most important things in, I want to say probably Star Wars history at this point, is we have Grand Admiral Thrawn himself, in name and in appearance, in Star Wars Rebels. This is the character that was created in one of the most beloved stories in Star Wars, Heir to the Empire, written by Timothy Zahn. This character is huge in the Star Wars universe. He is this mastermind tactician that is just like unstoppable. His mind is beyond like genius. This guy is incredible. And we heard rumblings that they were going to have a character from Legends, a big character. Everybody was hoping this would be him, and it surely is him. And he actually has voice dialogue in this trailer. He sounds very calm and very calculating. And the thing behind him is he studies tactics, but he also studies their history. And he mentions this in the trailer. And if you see this picture here, I love this. This is so important to look at because this is his character right here. We see how he has pictures of all the rebels and their families. Like, he meticulously tears apart every little piece of evidence of his enemies and exploits them. So I am beyond excited. And on a side note, we did get confirmation that none other than Timothy Zahn is also making a novel, is also writing a novel called Star Wars Thrawn, which is coming out next year. So it's looking like this is going to be huge. And I have so many questions now. Like, what is going to happen with Thrawn? Why isn't he in the original trilogy? He's a mastermind. Like, he should have been there. Where is he? Is he alive? Is he dead by the end of the season? Is he going to be in the sequel trilogy? Are they setting him up? Like, it's just insane, guys. I want to hear what your reaction to seeing the Thrawn in this video. So please leave comments down below. Next up, we see Maul and we see Ezra. Now this is the first time we get to see Ezra with his new appearance for Season 3. And I'm going to just comment on that. I think it's very good, very indicative of, where he is at in life right now. He is not a little boy anymore. He is grown mature. He has that Sith Holocron, which is kind of bending his will along with Maul. And you wonder, because we've seen little clips here and there now of him, in Season 3, and he is, thrashing around with this green lightsaber, and he's got this different look, this more concentrated, stern look on his face. And is it being because the Sith Holocron is infusing the dark side energy with him? I strongly believe he's going to turn to the dark side. And as far as Maul's concerned, he's going to be the mentor of Ezra this season. And I want to see what's going to happen with Maul because, again, why isn't he in the original trilogy? We have to watch this season to find out. Next up, we have another shot of Maul and Ezra here. And they both have holocrons. It appears that Ezra has a Jedi holocron and, Maul has the Sith holocron. Very interesting. And here we see, this is probably the same episode, same location. We somehow see a Sith holocron and a Jedi holocron fusing together. Now, what is this going to create? This is going to be insane. Like, what kind of energy, what kind of power is this going to unleash? And here we see Kanan talking to this kind of force entity creature that is just enormous. And if you look in the landscape, it's a very different kind of environment. Very, very, very weird. It reminds me of the Clone Wars arc where Yoda was basically exploring the Force on that one planet. So I can't wait to see, more of what this relationship between Kanan and this creature will be. Because the creature says that they are neither light side or dark side. So I want to explore, I want to see them more, explore more of that. They did a great job that in season 2 with the Lasat not being Force users, but, still tapping into it. And here we have a great shot of Kanan actually in action. Even though he's blinded, he's blocking those laser bolts, sort of like how Luke was in A New Hope training with the, training drone. And there we see Ezra's new lightsaber, a green lightsaber. I'm very big fan of green lightsabers, my favorite lightsaber, so I'm happy to see that. And of course, we see Rex in the background. And here we go. This, again, bringing us close to the original trilogy, we have Biker Scouts. A very cool design. I really dig it. Here we see Maul doing something to Hera. I don't know if he's doing like a mind probe like Kylo Ren, but I found this extremely fascinating. It doesn't look like Hera has that much of a appearance change in season 3 that I can notice, so we'll see. Now this is really cool because Kanan's journey through season 3 is going to be very spiritual to me. It seems like because he's meeting that creature. Now there's a ghost. There's some kind of green force ghost. Kind of reminds me of Mother Talzin in a way, like that kind of energy. So we're gonna see what he's gonna get into. It looks like he's going on his own separate journey to find himself. But as a blind Jedi, it's gonna be so cool to see how he fights. And here we have Sabine Ren. First off, she's got a new hairstyle, of course, because every season she changes it up. I really dig this one a lot, the white and the blue. And we see her have a darksaber. So the last time we seen the darksaber was when Maul was in Clone Wars and he defeated the Mandalorian leader and took that darksaber for himself. So how'd she get that? Is that going to be her primary weapon now? Is she not going to use her dual wielding pistols? We'll see. And last shot here is just incredible. We have Kanan, we have Maul, and we have Ezra here. And what's really cool is, first off, I'm noticing that Kanan doesn't even have his mask on at this point. At least to me, it doesn't look like it. And just the fact that Kanan and Maul are working together, this has to be something big, a threat bigger than Maul and Kanan that's happening. And they have to tap into this force because Ezra's saying he has to destroy the Sith. And if you listen in the trailer, there's a female voice that's telling him to embrace the dark side, basically. I guess it's the same voice that was in season 2's finale that was coming out of the Sith holocron. So he's probably been listening to that a lot, and his mind's getting kind of tainted by the dark side. But yes, I'm very excited to see where this season goes. Star Wars Rebels Season 3 is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I hope it ties into Rogue One. I mean, just looking at this, it doesn't look like any characters that I've seen were somehow connected. I'm sure there will be. And there's also talk about that this might be the series finale. This could be the last season of Rebels. I really hope not. It definitely seems like this series is getting better and better. It's really hit its stride now, and I would hate to see it go already. But yes, that is my trailer breakdown of Season 3 of Star Wars Rebels. What'd you guys think? Are you super excited? What are you most happy about with this trailer? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys, and may the Force be with you. Did you enjoy this video? Then make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up symbol. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribing to my channel will help me out, and it helps you guys out, keeping up to speed on all my latest content. Speaking of which, you can catch my weekly Star Wars show down over there. You can see a recent review I've done over there, and you can follow me on social media, Twitter @StarRaptor, as well as Facebook.com/StarRaptor.